All right, everyone, it's 11 o'clock, so I'm going to get started. My name is Chad Hoffman, and we conducted a climate survey here at Alexandria High School. So I'm going to present that to you and the results of that survey. Okay, so here we go. We conducted this survey. The survey went out on Monday, and everyone had until Wednesday to complete the survey. So we had a total of 25 surveys completed, so it's a 54% participation rate. So we had 46 faculty and staff members that this was sent out to. The responses were gathered using Google Forms. So all the data, charts, and everything was sent through Google Forms and was collected that way. The demographics that started the survey, most participants were teachers, 17 of them. 40% of the participants have been at Alexandria High School for 16 or more years. So all of the smaller pie chart pieces there are 1, so it's 4%. So you can, if it's not displayed on the screen, that's a 4% mark. 48% of the faculty and staff may retire soon, with 52% of our faculty and staff being 46 or older, and most of us probably being in tier 1 of TRS. Then we need to start looking at, and knowing that that is coming. And I think that's going to be a trend across the nation as we start seeing more teachers leave the field of education. So most of our staff, almost 50% of our staff, will be able to retire within the next few years. So I just put soon in there because there's not really a mark on that, but being in tier 1 of TRS, we all know that that's at 25, where the newer teachers are at 30, but that with our faculty and staff being 46 or older, then the retirement eligibility increases for them. Most of our participants were female, so 60-40, which is indicative of our demographics here at Alexandria High School. So here are real versus our perceived norms. So when you look at the question of I like working at the school, 2 people were in the disagree or strongly disagree category, but the other 23 participants were on the agree side of that. But then the perception of the perceived norm would be that 6% people don't like, 6 participants don't like working here, and then the other 19 do. So that's the reality norm there, and then the perceived norm that some may put out. So those are 2 different reference points for that. As we all know, the turnover rate here at Alexandria High School is low. So we all disagree that it's high because it's not. And so that means that the teachers, faculty, and staff here at Alexandria High are committed to the mission and vision of the school. So the turnover rate here is low. So is it a great place to learn? We all agree with that. We have a couple of participants that were in the disagree category, but it is a great place for students to come and get an education, and we are known for that. We'll look at academics and the expectations there a little later in the survey. So we all know that our school building is clean. We're kind of split on this, and we do know as faculty and staff here at Alexandria how we have struggled to maintain a full janitorial staff throughout the year. So that is split on that category there. In reference to the many things are broken or damaged, we are split again on that one: windows, computers, outdoor equipment, and things like that. So there is a split opinion that things are broken or damaged. But we do agree that there's no graffiti here at the school. So we're not seeing a lot of graffiti or any around the school at all. So we do agree that there is not graffiti here. But when we're looking at the school is well maintained, like, are those repairs being made to the equipment? Are the facilities being maintained and things like that? So we're split on that again. But we do know, like, as a large school district, our maintenance department oversees equipment repairs and the facility maintenance. So lawn care, things outside, things of that nature. Our maintenance department takes care of that. If something needs to be fixed inside, our maintenance department takes care of that. So with a large school district, equipment repairs and stuff may take a little while to take place. We know Mr. Deason has referenced the tiles and things like that in the hallways several times. So we are kind of held there to whatever else is going on in the school district. So our technology department for Calhoun County Schools oversees all of the technology equipment and repairs and things like that. They come out to the high school once a week. So those things with the maintenance department, the technology department overseeing the repairs of the equipment, facilities, maintenance of the building, all of those things could be why we're split on that. Basically 50-50 down the middle. So being a large school district, we do have to rely on others, not just locally here in Alexandria. A little bit about school safety, lighting in or around the schools. Are we well lit? So some faculty and staff members may arrive early or stay late, depending on their job, if they're coaching or things like that. So they may have knowledge of the lighting of the exterior of the building. Those that arrive, at their normal times from 7 to 3, then they may not see the outside of the building being lit before or after school. Most of the building was built in the 1960s, so therefore our lighting is limited, or it may be dim in some of the hallways. So we can improve that. 68% agree that we could use a little bit better lighting for safety reasons in or around the school. So faculty and staff safety, we have great kids here. So 96% of the faculty staff feel safe when they're at school. I would say that's pretty much the trend here. We all feel safe when we enter or leave the building or the campus. Even those that I've talked to, they're like, we don't have to really worry about that when we're entering or leaving the building. Our safety, we don't really feel that it'll ever be jeopardized. So in staying on that, the victim of crime because of the school, or, do we feel less eager or challenged to discipline students? And we all disagree with that. No faculty or staff member on campus worries about being a victim or a crime due to their job here at the school. In addition, no one feels threatened when having to hold students accountable. So whether that's for behavior or academics or anything of that nature, we don't feel threatened or have a threat of violence on us because we have to hold our students accountable. So academic standards, we're kind of split on this. So are the standardized test scores at this school high? So we're split here. In talking with faculty members and things like that, I think the biggest point of that is there are so many aspects of college and career ready that we're aiming towards that it affects our understanding of what our standardized test scores are. Right now, the only standardized test that we take is ACT. Our 10th grade takes the pre-ACT and 12th grade takes the work keys. So in reference to standardized test scores as a whole, I think that's why that split there. We have so many different avenues that students can use to be college and career ready in order to meet the graduation requirement, that when you place standardized test scores on a survey, that's going to be split there. We do place a lot of emphasis on academic standards. 84% of our respondents agree with that. So we are working more to be data driven on our academics. The curriculum offered to the students at the school is challenging and creative. 15 respondents, or 60%, agree that the offered curriculum is challenging and creative. Math just got a new curriculum this year, and ELA is getting a new curriculum and new standards next year. So that'll continue. History and science will be behind that. So our curriculum here is challenging and creative for the students. Adults in the high school have high expectations for student success. So you look at that, 72% agree that we do have high expectations for the students in their academics. We all disagree that there are not many resources available. So we know that we have a ton of resources for our underachieving students. So the district is very supportive in that, and we do strive hard to provide those resources for our students that are not achieving well. So our faculty rapport here, 84% of faculty and staff respect each other's opinions. So you see that, and we also respect or value teachers' input when it comes to school matters. No one marked disagree or strongly disagree with that. So we all respect each other, and we have good rapport with each other in and around the school. 96% of faculty and staff believe that teachers show respect for students. We have great students here, we have great teachers, so that is not surprising. And they also believe they themselves are respected by other teachers. So again, that rapport is strong here on campus. So we do have administrative support. So the question here is, I have the opportunity to do what I do best every day. So faculty and staff said that that is true, and we do have that support if and when it's needed. I receive recognition or praise when I do good work, and that's kind of split there. So 64% of faculty and staff believe they are recognized or praised when they do good work. And then 88% of faculty and staff agree that someone at work seems to care about them as a person. So not just one individual person, but someone, whether it's their supervisor or someone at work, believes that they care about them as a person. So 72% of faculty and staff are encouraged by someone at work to continue developing and learning. Okay, so this development could be perceived as either personal, professional, or both. So with this broad statement about someone at work encourages my development, that could go one of three ways: personal, professional, or both. So 72% of our faculty and staff are encouraged by someone to continue learning and developing. At work, my opinions matter, or they count. So we see here that 76% of our faculty agree with that their opinions count here at school. While 88% believe someone at work cares about them, only 71% of faculty staff believe administrators make them feel their job is important. So going back to a previous slide there, just showing that comparison. Now, this question only had 24 responses. So it could be a little different, but the other questions had 25. So one of the participants skipped this question, but we are, most of our staff, or almost all of them, feel supported and feel that our job is important here on campus by our supervisors. So student success, all faculty and staff believe most teachers want their students successful, again, holding the students to a high standard. And they also agree that most teachers show interest in their students as people. So no one disagreed or strongly disagreed with either of these, which is pretty indicative of our student success. So we all agree that we support our students and show interest in them as individuals. So most teachers try to help students when they are having problems. We overwhelmingly agree with that. So we do push our students to be the best they can be. Most teachers try to make this school a place students like to be. So this is a great learning environment. Again, a great place to learn. We saw that earlier. So we really strive to make this a very conducive learning environment for our students and prove that their success. So that concludes my presentation. I appreciate all of you being here. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.